It wasn't that many years ago that wooden boats were the norm. All up and down Puget Sound and the Columbia River, all across our state, wooden boats were it. They were a lot of work, took a lot of maintenance, took a lot of care, but they were classics. Lots of that history has been lost, but here at the Center for Wooden Boats on the south end of Lake Union, you can come and take a rowboat out, you can take a boat out to sail. It's a touchy-feely place. You can feel the oars, you can go out on Lake Union, you can try it out yourself. You can learn about the history of our Indian canoes, see examples of a wide variety of wooden boats. It's a great learning center. This was the dream of Dick Wagner. Dick lobbied every one of us who were public officials to help establish this location, to teach people. And they're not just here, but they're also located on the west side of Quinault Island, as well as on the north shore of Lake Union. This is the Center for Wooden Boats, where you can actually have a boating afternoon and activity for a very low cost and learn a lot. Bring the kids. Center for Wooden Boats, South Shore Lake Union, one of my very favorite places. Wow, this is impressive. We're here on the southern shores of Lake Union at Mohi, the Museum of History and Industry. For many years, this was the Naval Reserve Center and the armory for Navy uses here in Puget Sound country. And if you go up on the fourth floor, you'll see where they train young sailors to be skippers of the ship, because there weren't enough ships to train on, so they used this building as an actual training location. It was the first command of many young sailors. Many museums concentrate on what happened after European settlers or Asian settlers came to the Pacific Northwest. But Mohi really concentrates on the people that were here before that as well. And their Native American stories and the learning experience about Native Americans is excellent here in this facility. Well, you've all heard about the B-17s and the B-29s and all the Boeing manufactured airships during the war, and then the commercial airplanes. But behind me is B-1, Boeing's first aircraft. And he wanted to prove to the world that not only could people fly, it could fly commercially. It was an endeavor that would work, and carrying the mail and carrying passengers as well. Innovation that started in Seattle and remains in Seattle today. And look here, this is Slow-Mo 4, Seattle's favorite boat. We all remember, at least if you're my age, you certainly remember that first Gold Cup race in Seattle. She came out from under the bridge and the starting gun went off, and those Detroit guys were flabbergasted. She beat them hands down. Slow-Mo 4 will always be my favorite hydroplane. In some ways, the story of Washington State is also a story about beer. There were breweries in Longview and breweries in Vancouver and breweries in Tacoma and breweries in Seattle. Maybe the two most famous ones are the Olympia Brewery and the Rainier Brewery in Seattle. My great-grandfather was a barrel maker that worked at the Rainier Brewery for many, many years, and the big R on the wall back there brings back lots of fond memories of the enjoyment we had on a Sunday afternoon sitting around the table enjoying a glass of Rainier beer. This facility has virtually millions of artifacts, historic documents, pictures, you name it, that talk about the story of our lives and the people that lived here before us. If you want to learn about Seattle's history and have a great day, come to Mohi and see these wonderful exhibits. It's not just a bunch of dusty old artifacts or relics, but it's about innovation and invention and how to get young people involved in making new decisions that will make our community even better than it is now. When it's all said and done, Mohi, the Museum of History and Industry here in the South Shores of Lake Union, is one of my very favorite places.
It really is an honor for the Sun Dome to be the host of the largest piece of public art.
Circle of Light makes the building come alive. It really makes the building sing.
Here we are in the beautiful Lake Quinault Lodge on the shores of Lake Quinault in Grace Harbor County. This beautiful building was constructed in 1926 in less than 53 days. It's been accommodating visitors from all over the world ever since. It's a joy and a delight to come here and stay. Night times in front of the fireplace, daytimes fishing on the lake. Just one of those wonderful places that we enjoy here in Washington State. What an incredible place in this valley of the biggest trees in the world. It's been a mecca for people wanting to get away from it all and enjoy the big outdoors on the Olympic Peninsula. It truly is one of my favorite places.
Charter public schools, free and open to all, are an important part of the state's public education system. School is more than a site of learning. It is where childhood happens. Whatever their race, background, or zip code, every child has the right to learn in a supportive environment that respects their humanity and upholds their dignity and responds fairly to mistakes and missteps. Working together, we can build our approach to education to ensure all students have learning environments that meet their needs. Learn more at wallcharters.org.
Hey, how you doing? Jay.
Robert Pantley.
Robert.
Let's straighten your chair up one real quick before the photo,
good to
please.
see you.
Please, thank you.
This is House Bill 1042. It's another tool we can use to help create additional space for new residential development. It gives housing developers additional flexibility to build more housing within existing buildings, thanks to Representative Whalen. All right, should we smile for a second here? Now, how do I know your name?
Well, we've actually had dinner before. And,
Yes.
And we've known each other for about.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I just had a short circuit there.
I was a council member in Kirkland.
Yes. But
well,
good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this bill. It's great.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
We're going to do some housing.
It looks like you have a.
Yeah, we got some work to do. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I got in trouble yesterday. You know, I said that Dan Newhouse was the second best congressman in the fourth district.
Great
and
line.
then he was busting my chops afterwards. And I said, yeah, Sid Morrison was the best.
That's even a better comeback.
Said you're second. Okay, we're here for Senate Bill 5199. This changes certain newspaper business tax responsibility from a special rate to an exemption. This will help Washington's newspaper industry by offering local journalism throughout the state more financial support. We know that this is an important issue in democracy. Attorney General requested this bill. Senator Mullet sponsored it. Representative Pullet helped, and I'm happy to sign this bill. And I wonder, Attorney General, do you have a few comments about this? About why you think this is appropriate?
Well, only, Governor, in 30 seconds, but speaking, I'm sure on behalf of everybody, the importance of preserving our democracy, a free press, a vibrant press, and we all know the challenges faced there. But team effort on this, Governor, as you might imagine, to get this across the finish line. And, yeah, just really appreciate you signing this for all of us.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the free press, particularly the political cartoonist for the Seattle Times, David Horsey, who makes me look a lot better than I actually do in real life.
He does do a pretty good job. He does do a pretty good job.
All right, thank you. Here we go.
Thanks, Governor.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations. Good luck.
Have a great
Good
day.
luck. That was fun yesterday, by the way.
That was a great event.
That was good.
Your representative.
Yes.
Oh, that's not, that's Rep. Chapman, that's not ours. We're 1168. Oh.
Really?
Sorry.
Which one are we doing here?
Go, we on this one right here. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you came in.
Oh, well, we'll stand for it.
It's okay, you can stand for it, but yeah, just stand.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, this House Bill 1138, this strengthens the state's drought preparedness and response resources. The state will have funding set aside to help communities respond to drought emergencies, including grant funding to support farmers, towns, and tribes for a quicker and more certain response. Department of Ecology requested this bill. Thanks, Representative Chapman. Okay.
Take a picture, go.
Oh, yes, thank you. All right, thank you.
We
So now
stood
you
in
take
for
for the
Rep.
next
Chapman.
video.
Good, okay, good. Okay.
We'll take his pen.
No, I'm sorry. Ready whenever you are, girl.
This House Bill 1168, this helps us develop critical support services for children and families who experience prenatal substance exposure. This invisible disability can cause lifelong physical, developmental, behavioral, and intellectual disabilities. This bill helps children and families have better access to these services. Thanks, Representative Simmons. My representative. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you for
I
carrying.
appreciate you.
Thank you for carrying. I appreciate you caring about these little ones. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Thanks a lot. Keep it up.
Thank you,
Hi, thank you.
Good afternoon. Come on in. Hi. Come on in.
Hello.
Hi, Governor. I'm going to gather around the governor's chair. Come on in. Gather around the governor's chair. Come on in.
This is your agency request legislation that really solves the big problem in our community and helps some of our most vulnerable residents get more stable.
It's good. Very thoughtful.
Thank you.
This is House Bill 1260. This allows older Washingtonians or individuals with disabilities to keep their supplemental security income instead of using it to repay the state for previous benefits they received. This bill helps these individuals better meet their basic needs and keep more of their already financially limited resources. Our Department of Social and Services requested this bill. Thanks, Representative Alvarado and Senator Kaufman, for getting it to my desk. And let's smile here for a second. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's going to help some people. Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Yes, a lot of people.
Yes, okay.
Thank you, girl. And over here.
Hi.
Hello, Governor.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Come on and gather around the governor's chair. Okay. Ready whenever you are.
This House Bill 1271, this creates a licensed emergency vehicle to transport organs quickly and safely to the intended recipient. It's critical that organs are transported quickly because they're viable for only a short period of time. We have 1,632 Washingtonians on the registered waiting list for an organ, and this new resource will help save lives. Thanks to sponsor Representative Lowe and companion bill Senator Mullet. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Be well. Take care. Go save some lives.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, yeah. Gov, he wants us to take a photo together.
We're not vetoing anything.
No. No, no, we're not. No, Gov. Come on in.
see you. Good to see you.
Closer.
Come on in. Fill in, please. Have someone. Yeah. Ready whenever
This
you are.
House Bill 1390, this bill gives us a pathway to decarbonize 15 district energy systems across the state. These are central power plants common on university campuses and state facilities that supply things such as centralized heat and hot water to multiple buildings. Transitioning this old technology from gas to electric will take time, but it will employ skilled labor, including trades that have historically performed work on fossil fuel energy sources. The bill is part of a larger state commitment to continue leading the nation in a clean energy economy. I want to thank Representative Ramel, also former Minister of Environment for Denmark, Sven Auken, who went to Washington State University and helped spread the idea of these systems, which are very energy efficient and help climate change. So, happy to sign this bill, and let's smile for a second. All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate what you're doing. It's great.
Thanks.
Hey, long time no see. Yeah,
I'm not stalking you, honest.
you're good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for climate leadership. We'll miss you.
Thank you, guys. I'm still engaged. I'm not.
Oh, I know.
I'll still be around.
Good luck with the day. Remember your bag on the thank you.
Thank you.
Ready whenever you are. Go.
This is House Bill 1515. This increases the availability of behavioral health services for Medicaid clients so that people have appropriate and timely access to this care. This especially helps clients across the state who have struggled to find these services in their area. Thanks, Representative Macri. And smile for a second. All right. Thank you. You will. Thank you.
Come on in. Yeah, gather around the here.
Oh, whatever's clever. Go for it. Probably stand here, too. Either or. I'm a little taller. No. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be here.
Hey, man. This is House Bill 1521. This will penalize a small handful of self-insured employers who don't comply with the state workers' compensation law or fully issue injury benefits to their injured workers. There are a small number of cases where employers may not be acting in the injured worker's best interest, and this bill better protects an employee who gets injured on the job. Thanks, sponsor Representative Bernowski and Senator Vanderweeg for this thoughtful bill. And let's smile for a second. All right, thank you, bud. Thank you. Thanks for helping out.
Thanks, my friend.
We really appreciate you helping people.
Appreciate it as always.
Yeah, there's some hard-working people. All they deserve is the law to be followed.
Agreed.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to
My
meet you.
daughter, you might remember my daughter, Jessica Dang.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
She left you, though.
Yeah, well, that happens. It happens on occasion.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ready whenever you are. Go.
This House Bill 1525, this lets people who are participating in an apprenticeship program get better access to a child care subsidy program, regardless of whether they are full-time students while meeting other eligibility requirements. Access to affordable child care is a key way we can support people in their educational and employment pursuits while they maintain their family responsibilities. Thanks, Representative Fossey, for this thoughtful bill. Thank you. Thanks, all. You well?
Nice.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you. this line here. Here we are for House Bill 1562, updates our laws on who can possess firearms after an individual has been charged with a violent crime. Now, all domestic violence offenses, including fourth-degree assault and stalking, are on the list of crimes that prohibit individuals from possessing firearms for a certain length of time. Individuals who petition a court to restore their firearm rights must also meet additional eligibility requirements. All these changes improve protection for victims of gender-based violence. I want to thank Representative Ty for this thoughtful bill. Should we smile for a second here? All right. Hi, Jay.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Kelly, you work with Representative Ty?
Yeah, I do.
Please make sure she gets that pen.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
And,
Ready whenever you are, go.
Hi, this is House Bill 1564. This bill prohibits anyone from selling or offering or distributing over-the-counter rape kits to an individual who wants to collect potential rape evidence on themselves or someone else. Anyone who violates this law may be investigated and prosecuted by the Attorney General under the Consumer Protection Act. Going through the proper health care and legal channels to report a sexual assault is crucial. Doing so increases the chance that evidence is properly collected for a successful investigation and prosecution. We encourage all victims of sexual violence to seek assistance from a healthcare provider rather than rely on a do-it-yourself kit to collect sexual assault evidence. Frequently, when people try it that way, it is not admissible in court. We want to make sure evidence is collected, so I appreciate Representative Mossbrucker getting this bill to my desk. So let's smile for a second. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I hope it works. Roger, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Come on in. Yeah.
Hi, Jay. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. This House Bill 1576 allows Washington to join the Interstate Dental Provider Licensure Compact once it launches. For those relocating to Washington for limited periods of time, such as military or other migratory families, participating in the compact will reduce barriers to joining the workforce. Thanks, Representative Kalia, and I am hopeful this is going to help these military families particularly. Let's smile for a second. All right, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
a lot.
Thanks for helping these families. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just trying to do like Coach Carroll. That's what Coach Carroll does.
Okay, ready whenever you are, go.
This House Bill 1599, this bill will help the Washington State Patrol conduct thorough background checks for firearm purchases and concealed pistol licenses starting January 1st, 2024. State and federal laws generally prohibit someone from possessing firearms if they have been involuntarily committed for mental health treatment. With this bill, the State Patrol will now have access to certain court records involving individuals who may not be eligible to possess a firearm due to involuntary mental health treatment. Washington State Patrol requests this bill. Thanks, Representative Goodman, for one of the many bills he's passing. Thanks, Roger.
Thanks a lot.
Be well.
Yes. See you soon.
Yeah. Add that pen to a growing collection.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Ready whenever you are, Governor.
This is House Bill 1626. It will allow Medicaid to cover less invasive forms of colon cancer screening tests. Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Washington. This bill will increase access to these tests. Early screening detection results in better health outcomes and less health care spending. I want to thank Representative Bernowski. I'm told there's increasing concern about this disease on younger people, so I really like this bill. Let's smile for a second. All right, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, James.
See you, man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
thanks
Yep,
for your,
appreciate it.
oops, thanks
all
for your,
good.
thanks for your thoughtfulness here.
Oh, no, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm one of those younger people.
Ah,
Not now, but when I was diagnosed, I'm lucky.
oh, really? Good. You look,
18 years.
you look great.
Stage 4
You look great.
Governor.
Thank you. Be well.
Thank you, Governor. Yes, thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Hi, Governor Inslee.
Hi.
Ready whenever you are, Governor.
This House Bill 1679, it strengthens and expands the focus of an existing multi-sector work group focused on educational outcomes for our state's most vulnerable students. This bill adds a focus on youth in and exiting juvenile rehabilitation programs so that we better understand the unique experiences of this population and have the data to monitor how well education interventions boost graduation rates. Thank Representative Rule and Senator Sam Hunt for this bill. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Governor.
How are you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Good, good. Oops, where'd everybody go?
Oh, he's right there. He's right
sorry.
there. Oh,
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Daniel.
Be well.
Thanks, Governor.
Thank you. Be well.
Yeah, you too.
Be well. Take care of our youth. Land across the state that we can use for affordable home ownership. This small technical fix builds on 2018 legislation to help us increase the amount of affordable housing opportunities. Thanks, Representative Alvarado and Senator Frame.
Gov, you're it for the next one as well.
This is House Bill 1700. This authorizes the state to create an Eastern Washington cultural landscape feature on the Capitol campus. This way, visitors can see and enjoy Eastern Washington's beautiful flora and fauna at our state capitol. I want to thank Representative Kretz, who is certainly a cultural icon in himself.
Governor, ready whenever you are.
This is House Bill 1701 that directs the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction to oversee and deliver basic education services to justice-involved students under 21 years of age who receive their education through institutional education programs. This bill will improve educational outcomes for justice-involved youth and increase their chance to graduate and move into jobs or further education. Thanks, Representative Kellen, for this bill.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for caring.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you so
caring,
much.
you guys. Thanks for
You're welcome.
caring. Appreciate it.
Ready whenever you are, Governor.
This is House Bill 1753. This shortens the required notice time that the Department of Natural Resources and other agencies need to give before they can take custody of derelict vessels. Derelict vessels can be a navigation and environmental hazard and are costly for marinas to store. I want to thank Representative Ronosky, and he's assured me this doesn't apply to my 3 dinghies that are in my backyard because they don't touch water. All right, thank you.
No, not your dinghies.
Not my dinghies?
Yes.
Good. Okay, good.
This one's going to change the world, Governor.
It should. The world needs changing. House Bill 1758, it simplifies the process that agencies, tribes, and utility companies need to go through before they start fish hatchery maintenance at a facility. Going forward, tribes, agencies, and utilities no longer need a permit and PUDs to start this work, which includes cleaning a fish hatchery, replacing broken equipment, or performing general fix-it. This means project can move forward more quickly and can be better timed for when fish are not present. Thanks, Representative Minna and Beth for her leadership. And with that, I'm happy to sign this bill. Okay, let's smile for a second. All right. When's your next pitch?
I don't know.
No, you should
I gotta
be
go
asked
up to
back.
the Mariners now.
You need to do the Mariners.
I need to go up to the big leagues.
Yeah, they don't boo anybody.
Did they boo you?
No, they didn't get any boos. There wasn't one boo.
She should get a boo because she bounced the ball.
No, it was great. She had a. It was an 84-mile-an-hour fastball. It was right over the plate.
Increasing in speed every time you tell the
story. It was right over the plate.
It was definitely 95 miles. All right, I'm in the next one too.
Okay.
That's mine.
Great. Okay.
For the next one. Oh, we wait for the people to come in. There's a lot of people coming into this one. This is right warehouse.
Yeah, it's good. It is good. Good bill. Good bill.
It's a very hard spot.
It's really good. I know.
Because of this gentleman's leadership. Come on, guys.
Hi, Steve.
Back again here.
Good.
Come on, Teamsters, get in front over there. Shorter ones, come on. Get in the picture.
Governor, we are ready whenever you are.
Come in, Mama. Come in, you guys.
There you go.
Or you won't be in.
Around the side. Yeah.
This House Bill 1762, this bill increases the health and safety of employees who work at certain warehouses in our state by requiring employers to provide their workers with work performance expectations when they get hired. These expectations include establishing a realistic productivity speed, communicating a realistic standard for the number of tasks an employee should complete within a specific time frame, and making sure the employee knows what could happen if they fail to meet the laid out expectations. I want to thank Representative Dolio for protecting our hardworking folks.
And Senator Conway had a...
Senator Conway is working on this too, and probably a few others. So let's smile for a second. All right, thank you guys for taking care of everybody's health. We appreciate it. Thanks for hardworking. Thanks for your hard work. We appreciate it. Thank your hardworking people. We know they're working really hard. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Thanks for representing our hardworking folks. Yeah. Be safe.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. Thank you. This House Bill 1764 provides a new way to calculate the value of asphalt that we use in public road construction for tax purposes. This change keeps taxes stable and predictable for contractors as they maintain the state's infrastructure. Thanks, Representative Wiley.
Thanks, Scott.
He's
Hi,
back,
buddy.
Governor.
Good to see you. Long time no see. How you been?
It's been good.
Yeah, good.
Ready whenever you are, Governor.
This House Bill 1766, this creates a new program that will allow victims of domestic abuse and other crimes to carry information about their protection orders on wallet-sized cards. Starting January 1st, 2025, these individuals can request a HOPE card that they can present to law enforcement when needed. The card will have protection order information that law enforcement can access with the code. Thank you, Representative Griffey, for getting this bill here. So let's smile for a second. So we are choosing a state dinosaur this afternoon. I'm signing a bill that will name our official state dinosaur. Do you like dinosaurs?
You do?
Technically?
So my only favorite is like T-Rex.
T-Rex. Well, this one is kind of like T-Rex. It's like a little smaller T-Rex, but it's even more talented because it's from Washington.
It is.
Raptor?
No, kind of like.
It's kind of like. So what name do you think we should give it? Do you have any favorite names? If you were going to name a dinosaur, what would it be, do you think?
Bronco.
Bronco. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. I'm going to put that one in the hopper.
That's a good idea, Bronco.
Well, I'm going to ask my grandson, Chase Inslee, I'm going to ask for his advice. I'll ask him about Bronco, see what he thinks.
Well, that would be great. Thank you, Governor.
See you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Take care. You can come to our signing, by the way. It's at 5 o'clock. If you want to come,
Yeah.
I'll introduce you to my grandson.
Gov, this is Jamie. She came up with the whole card.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming up with the card idea.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
He will give you your pen.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Remember your bag. Bronco.
It could be Annie Zoe or Zoe Annie. Annie Zoe.
Yeah, Annie's over.
Annie Zoe.
Snap a picture on the phone, or is that not allowed?
Yeah. Together with you.
Snap a picture.
Go ahead. Get in here, please.
Hey, man, I owe you a call.
Yeah, well, we'll connect. Yep. You're a little busy, right?
Yeah, I've been doing a few things.
Go ahead. Talk with her, but take a picture
Sure,
also.
thank
So
you.
there is a card. So come on in. Yeah. Well, we have someone here. You may want to like to have the Gov with the bill.
Hi, how are you? Okay, what's your name?
Is this enough?
Fisher, I really am glad you're here. Did you go to school?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
First.
That's a good grade. Do you like books?
Yes.
What kind of books do you like?
Well, lots of books actually.
That's good. Shows you're an eclectic reader. Okay, maybe you can help me sign this bill. Can you help me a little bit? I'll show you. I'm going to ask you to hold this in a second. House Bill 1777, this gives the state new ways to pay for and apply new retrofitting standards to dozens of government and publicly owned buildings across the state. Taking care of a backlog of these building issues will help us reduce how much energy these buildings consume and lower the overall carbon footprint of these buildings, making them healthier and more comfortable places to work in. I want to thank Representative Dolio and Brian Bonlander, who's been doing some good work helping reduce our carbon footprint. Now, I've got Fisher here. Can you help me sign this? Fisher, can you hold it right there? Just hold it so it doesn't wiggle. We want to make sure it's... Are you good? You got it? Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're making a new law, you and I, right there. Okay, let's smile for the camera right there for a second.
1, 2, and 3, and again.
All right. Thank you, Fisher. Nice to meet you. Good luck. I look forward to you reading many books.
Yes. All right, we got it.
Yes.
We're doing this.
Just for you, Governor. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Thanks for bringing a reader here.
Absolutely.
That's for you.
Let's go this way, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you.
Did you get your picture?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. That's what you're doing. Keep it up. We got to keep taking care of our state in a lot of different ways. Hey, Brian. Brian, did you know I was talking good things things about the Cougars yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, we were in Tri-Cities and we were talking about the Cougars. All the good, the energy.
Energy building?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great deal.
Yeah.
It really is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep funding it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
All right,
I'll call you.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Wherever you are, can I stand by?
Hello, who's here? Who's here?
This is Melissa. She serves as a
Melissa,
law
how
enforcement
are you?
officer
Nice to
for
see
18
you. Thank you for your
years.
work. I'm Jay.
Hi, I'm Kathy Wolf.
Hi, Kathy. Thanks for being here.
And this is named after Melissa.
Oh, cool. This House Bill 1779, this brings state agencies together to take a comprehensive look at carbon monoxide protections throughout the state and make plans for future work. The Department of Health has worked through the years to collect important data and to educate the public on this deadly poisonous gas. Strengthening how we prevent carbon monoxide poisoning will save lives. Thanks, Representative Musbrucker, for a thoughtful approach here. Let's smile here for a second. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Be well.
you.
Thanks for
Thank you
joining
very
us.
much.
Thanks for helping us
Nice to
advance
meet
the
you.
cause.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi. This is House Bill 1783. This creates a new program to help local economic development organizations hire grant writers. These local organizations in each county work with the Department of Commerce to help grow the economy, promote Washington State, and deepen trade relationships. With additional funding, rural and underserved areas will benefit more robust economic development efforts. Thanks, Representative Sandlin. Congratulations on the first bill. Appreciate this, particularly for smaller communities. I used to work for the city of Selah, so I appreciate small communities. Let's smile for a second. All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I need the bill. Nope, that belongs to me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
How about this?
Disabled employees to keep their state employee health insurance even when their local government entity chooses not to keep their contract for state employee health insurance. Thanks to sponsor Representative Steele and companion bill Senator Robinson. This House Bill 1812, this updates an existing tax deduction that specific regional health nonprofits use for certain federal funds. This keeps our state tax laws lined up with the terminology that the federal government uses. It also helps the Department of Revenue continue to administer this deduction fairly and efficiently. And I want to thank Representative Springer, who advises me that this bill goes with a nice rosé. Okay, thank you all. I'm going to excuse myself for 3 minutes here. Excuse me.
closest to us, all the kids.
We got to ask Melanie if it has a name, and hopefully it does.
I want to introduce you to
We'll find out.
Jeff Charbonneau, is our former Teacher of the Year from the whole
Jeff,
country.
good to see you again. It's been a while. What have you been up to? What have you been up to?
Working on college and high
Tim
school.
Stetter.
Good for you.
Tim Stetter at UW.
Hi, Tim. Good to see you.
Yeah, Jeff drove over for all the committee hearings and made the drive
great.
from Washington.
That was
and
great.
He was a rock star.
That's great.
He's going to get the pen. I promised him the pen.
This is Senate Bill 5048. This requires higher education institutions to offer college and the high school courses for 9th through 12th grade students for free, removing a cost barrier for interested high school students who want to get credit for a college course. Going forward, the state funding for this program must keep up with inflation, and colleges and universities need to report on how many students participate in the program and the demographics of each student. Thanks, Senator Mullet. We've got teacher of forever, Jeff Charbonneau, with us. So let's smile for a second. All right, thank you, guys.
Hey, he can have it. I'm giving it to him.
Good to see
Boy, I
it.
appreciate it.
Good to see you. Thanks for getting our kids the smartest kids in the world.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, keep it up.
We don't have anyone for this one.
This is Senate Bill 5103. This resolves a long-standing concern from our hospitals related to the cost of people waiting to get discharged from acute care so they can head into long-term care. This small item will help hospitals with their fiscal concerns, while a suite of investments and policies from the legislature will more directly address discharge waits by supporting our long-term care system. Thanks, Senator Muzal. We've been working on this for a long time, so this will help. Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you? Thank you.
Good.
Come around on the other side. Go on the other side, yes. Ready whenever you
This Senate Bill 5128, this takes steps to increase jury diversity by helping courts collect demographic data on jurors, allowing jury summons to be done electronically, and lowering one of the barriers that potential jurors face if they typically care for their child during that day. This bill helps create a child care assistance program so that jurors can use this program for free if they get chosen to serve on a jury. This bill also helps us access data to come up with solutions that better address and monitor jury demographics. The Administrative Office of the Courts requested this bill. Thanks, Senator Trudeau and Representative Hackney. This is a really important issue to be able to have a jury of your peers, and so thanks to everybody working on this subject. Let's smile for a second. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for your efforts. We appreciate it. It's a good step forward. Very good step forward in the cause of justice. Thank you.
remember your purses and your coats on the chair, please. Thank you. And you exit out the rear door. Yes, exit out the rear door. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Come on in. And one on each side.
I bring my wife this time.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hello, Jay. How are you?
Nice to see you
Nice
again.
to see you. This 5166, this provides a tax break for nonprofit cooperative finance organizations that make loans to rural electrical cooperatives. Providing an incentive for organizations that help these cooperatives arrange financing will help Washington maintain quality electric grid infrastructure in the more rural parts of the state. Thanks, Senator Benke and Representative Springer, for this bill. And I enjoyed seeing the senator in Tri-Cities as we were advancing clean energy yesterday. That was fun.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good seeing you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, travel well. Travel well.
See you.
Hey, guy, how you doing, man? I like that tie. Thank you. Good tie. That's an uptown tie.
Ready whenever you
The
are.
Senate Bill 5191, this improves transparency for those buying and selling a home and working with a broker. Buyers can now enter signed agreements with brokers, understand how a broker is compensated when they buy a home, and will receive information on broker responsibilities. Thanks, Senator Stanford and Representative Corey, for this bill. And let's smile for a second. All right, thanks, bud. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
See you in a week or two.
Absolutely. Got a couple more to sign.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Here's our little guy wanted to meet the governor. Came all the way from Spokane.
What's your name?
Damon?
Damon, nice to meet you. I like shaking your hand. Jay, how you doing?
Thank you, Governor.
Hey,
Don Whitney.
Hi, Don. Good to see you.
Where's our, get over here.
Yep.
All right.
Hello, Jay. Hello. Nice to see you.
Ready whenever you are.
This Senate Bill 5218, this offers a sales tax break to complex need patients who use mobility-enhancing equipment such as scooters, power wheelchairs, lift chairs, and walkers. This lowers the equipment price for individuals with complex needs that stem from conditions such as traumatic brain injuries, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, or spinal cord injuries. Thanks, Senator Padden. Appreciate him getting this bill to my desk, and let's smile for a second.
All right. We appreciate the governor's signature on the bill, too.
Right up here. 1, 2, and 3, and again.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Governor,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you, bud. Do you
so
go to
much.
school?
Yeah,
What grade are you in?
first grade.
Oh, I thought you were a senior in high school. You look like you're ready to start driving a car. When you do, be careful, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Governor.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, be well.
Have a pen, Governor.
You bet.
Thank you.
All right.
Get a pencil.
Thank you for signing that.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
Okay, the Senate Bill 5231, this streamlines the process for officers to respond to domestic violence incidents. If a victim appears to be in imminent danger, officers can call a judge to request an emergency no-contact order and a court order to temporarily remove all firearms from the perpetrator's residence. By immediately removing a perpetrator's access to guns, this legislation improves safety for domestic violence victims, their families, and peace officers. Thanks, Senator Sullivan.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mary. Hi, Governor. Good to see you. Thank you for your work. I'll go by the gun.
This is Senate Bill 5256. This expands housing support access for vulnerable families who are involved in the child welfare system. This bill specifically expands the child welfare housing program and will leverage additional federal dollars to support families reuniting. Expanding this program to support struggling families earlier means we help more families remain together safely and avoid the need for foster care. The Department of Children, Youth, and Families requested this bill. I want to thank the sponsor, Senator Saldana, and Representative Rule for this bill. Let's smile for a second. All right, thank Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you carrying.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, good. We have a partial B2. So we just have the two-page, we need to initial, this is, fax to 69. Okay, so 2 pages on that one. Yeah, grab those and you'll let them in. Yep. Check these. Sheila, you can let them in.
Thank you.
Yep.
This Senate Bill 5269, this helps Washington better position itself to compete for federal funding of opportunities that will move two of our economic and climate goals forward. The first goal is to double our manufacturing base by 2031. Our second goal is to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. This bill helps bridge those goals and creates a state-level advisor position to coordinate this effort. However, I will veto Section 1 because it includes conflicting language. Thank the Senator for getting this bill here. Okay, let's smile for a second. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. Senate Bill 5278 improves the home care aid certification process. A 2022 performance audit found that home care aid applicants face barriers scheduling the test, challenges finding a test site, and experienced months-long delays between completing the training and taking the test. This bill will reduce barriers so home care aides can get certified and continue working. Thanks, Senator Wilson. We ready?
Yes, you're ready. Yes.
This is Senate Bill 5287. This allows Washington State University's energy program to conduct an in-depth study on how we can recycle old wind turbine blades at the end of their useful life. Recycling wind turbine blades can create local jobs in manufacturing, expanding the economic benefits of the clean energy transition. Thanks, Senator Wilson. And I sign this bill.
Yes.
This Senate Bill 5300, it allows individuals with severe mental illnesses to stay on their behavioral health medications even if they switch health insurance plans. It also prevents an increase in the amount these individuals pay for their prescriptions. This is critical for those vulnerable individuals to maintain their medication regimen so they can stay healthy. This bill gives them that needed consistency. Thanks, Senator Dingra. And let's smile for a second.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you for what you're doing here.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's going to help some people.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Ready whenever you are.
This Senate Bill 5317, this allows Sound Transit to remove unauthorized vehicles that are causing transit service delays, helping transit continue to operate smoothly. I want to thank Senator Nobles for this bill. And let's smile for a second. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, you guys. This Senate Bill 5323, it expands nursing care in the state's 4 veterans' homes by creating a licensed director of nursing services position at each location. This bill also protects veterans' personal information on military service discharge documents from public disclosure requests, making our state law consistent with how the federal government handles these documents. The Department of Veteran Affairs requested this bill. Thanks to sponsor Senator McEwen, and congratulations on the first bill as a senator. I also want to thank the companion bill sponsor, Representative Reese. So let's smile for a second. All right, thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Well, we got people who are caring about the vets. How's it going?
It's going very well. Jerry says to say thank you very much.
People are talking about you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Get to write it? In what capacity?
With Senator Wilson's help and with the Washington State Leadership Council's help, I wrote this just.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to make sure that, kids in school, kids like my sister who grow up and go to these schools, have this education accessible to them.
Well, thank you for thinking.
There's a little one right here.
And the mom, Divya Bahadur.
Sati Bahadur.
Sati, Jay, Ruthie. I'm Jay. What's your name?
Kyra.
Kyra. That's a beautiful name. That's a very beautiful name. It's nice of you to come see us today. It's nice that you brought your parents, too. That was very nice. Okay, we're here for 5355. This bill requires school districts, charter schools, and state tribal compact schools to educate students about sex trafficking awareness and prevention, which students can access from 7th grade to 12th grade. Teachers can integrate the topic into a relevant course or repurpose their content to include this instruction. This kind of education is a vital tool to help prevent young people from becoming involved in sex trafficking. And with that, I am going to turn off a call from a former governor who is a really nice guy, and I will call him back. I want to thank Senator Wilson. And now, would you tell me your name again? It's Rina?
Ria Bahadur.
Ria Bahadur wrote this bill, helped Senator Wilson. I really appreciate it. Now, I wonder if this young lady could help me. Can she help me sign this bill?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Would you like to
Cara, do you want to put your hand right here? If you can hold this right here. Can you hold that so it'll be really... Is it good? You all ready? Okay, here we go. We're going to sign this bill now. This is going to become the law of the land now with your help. Thank you so much. You do a good job. Would you like to be governor someday? I think you'd be a good governor. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Okay, wait. Kyle, let's have a picture here.
Yeah, looking right here. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And again. All right.
Now, next time you come, could you bring a cute child?
Yeah, that's possible.
Could you maybe get a cute one?
Absolutely.
Okay, well.
Look at this. I could have 14 years apart.
Yeah.
That was stretching things.
Yeah, exactly.
I did stretch things.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your leadership. We really appreciate it. We'll look forward to when she's governor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's all
She'll be governor first.
Oh,
Thank
Then
you.
she can be in their second term.
She got accepted to Stanford, just to say to you, she's on it.
When are you starting?
I should be starting late September, Governor Inslee.
Awesome. Where are you going to live, you know?
No idea, but I believe on campus.
So I lived in the Florence Moore complex.
I was just living in Alondra the other day.
installing and repairing fire sprinkler systems in our state are qualified to do so. This bill holds contractors who have too often hired and deployed workers without proper training and experience accountable and will discourage repeat offenders. Thanks, Senator Sullivan. Yeah, let's smile for a second. All right, thank you, guys.
Thank
Be
you.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Everybody be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Make sure everything's fitting together.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, make sure everything's attached. Okay. Thank you.
Get it, it's been an hour.